Okay, hello, Paul here from EMD Automotive. I've got a Audi Q7 here that customer dropped off to do some diagnostic work, and what I found was the actual car was running, the actual DPF filter was blocked really bad, so we got that sent away for commercial cleaning. Brought it back, put it in, that was fine, and then we had to actually check the wiring harness for this car here to the computer. Check all the injectors, check all the actual wiring from the injectors to the computer as well. Various check was carried out on this car here just to make sure to find the problem, because the car keep cutting out every time you drive it. Maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and the car will just sort of go into limp home mode. It just goes down to limp home mode. That's what I said. Sorry. Yeah, and then a lot of things was check out, and what we found is because we done our full check-up on the actual electric system, and I found the actual low pressure fuel pump was playing up, and we sorted that one out with the new flange as well. And then I found the actual one of the injectors, just a slight leak from the injector as well. So number 3, which is that one there at the back there, that's 1, 2, 3. If you're wondering what's the yellow mark, every time you do every time you remove the injector, you got to replace the bolt, the bolt there, the M8. That bolt's going to be replaced, new seal and new O-rings. Alright, but most people don't put that stuff on the car. You need to put the glue on the car. It's like a yellow glue. You can put black glue or green. I put down the yellow one. What it does is stop the actual tabs from coming loose. I've seen a lot of those tabs come loose because the actual vibration from the actual diesel it caused them to come off, but you need to put that on. Anyway, took it for road test. Everything's doesn't go to the limp home mode anymore. Got full pressure now. Before it was low pressure on the injector rail. Low fuel rail was low, the pressure. So this car had a low pressure fault. So we've done that, and yeah, it's all good now. So we took it for a car wash. Wash the whole car properly, and then I've got to actually take it for another road test tomorrow morning to make sure there's no more leak, and then put the cover on, and pretty much it. But the one thing I found is that injector number 3 here, that one there there was no copper O-ring on that one, and injector number 4, 3, 4, 5, number 5, that one there, this one here, number 5 was already split in half. All right. Make sure you when you actually do this kind of job, the reason why the copper seal doesn't seal properly sometimes, or doesn't sit properly, is because there's so much dirt inside here. It's a lot of dirt here, so if you're removing the injector, you need to scrape all that stuff off. You need to sit there and scrape it. It has to be crystal clear, must be very clean inside there for the injector to seal properly. Otherwise you'll be pushing dirt underneath the actual copper O-ring, and that's why they don't last. It has to be very clear and clean inside the injector port. Alright, so that's all done now. So that's the flange here. It's all rusted. You can see on this side here, it's hard to see, but it's all rusted here with the rust, and then bad connection from when you put the multimeter between the other side and the bottom side. The resistance value kept jumping up and down non-stop. But yeah, alright. This one here, one thing I've got to note is I had to pump a lot of liquid from inside here. So now it's nice and clean. If you can see the light there, it can be the actual oil cooler leaking, or it can be the actual flange leaking for the coolant as well. I'm not sure, I can't tell. But I put the pressure tester on this one here. I was holding at 17 psi for about 15-20 minutes, and it was still holding at 17 psi. But unfortunately, when these flanges leak, they don't leak when it's cold. They leak slowly when it's really, really hot. Alright, so the intake manifold has to come out to check it properly. But majority of the time, I've done a lot of these motors, these engines, they use the flange at the front, or the actual flange at the bottom there. Alright, but anyway, that will be another day. But a few things I want to report as well on this car here. But right now we are ready for road test in the morning. I need the car to sit here and then double check the pressure in the morning and make sure there's no small leak from the actual injector rail. Alright, what I usually do on this one here, I take the car for road test after I finish the job, and I come back and I re-torque up the bolts again. You need to actually, I do that all the time. So when you finish doing everything, take it for road test, come back, torque up the bolts when it's hot. Make sure they don't move. Alright, I need the rail, injector rail bolts. Other than that, thanks for watching and please subscribe.